Well, welcome to another episode of Acoustic Chef. This is D. Will.
This is Regina.
This is Capel.
And this is Ebony.
Hell, I'm just playing. Chill out.
Don't, and never tell a woman to chill out. That's one thing that would piss a woman off.
Oh, what about relax? What about
don't tell me to relax. Don't tell me to calm. You chill out. The analytics is what's gonna get you paid. So you better.
I would
listen.
say this. I wouldn't say fuck the analytics. I would say fuck that algorithm. That's what it is right there. The algorithm.
For real.
Yeah, because the analytics tell you what the listener wants. I never fuck the listener.
Yeah.
Anyway, so what's up? What's up? How y'all doing? How y'all doing this morning?
Oh, I'm good. It's never mind. I'm good. I ain't even gonna go there. Never mind.
Yeah.
I ain't even gonna go there because I don't want to start up another conversation that we don't need to really get into. So let's go ahead and move on.
Let's move on. That's what's up. So I'm gonna just dive right in.
Yeah.
So I know y'all tired of talking about him and stuff like that, but it is what it is. So how come my H-Town homeboy, you know what I'm saying, Slim Thug, why he keeps shooting shots at Megan Thee Stallion? Like,
what did he say? What did he say about Megan?
Man, he's been shooting at her for like a couple of months now. He been saying, "Girl, bring your fine ass back to the city. You need a real H-Town."
Listen, dude. You gotta be consistent and persistent. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's how some dudes roll. That's how some people roll. People will tell you if you're trying to get a job, you don't quit when you don't get the first job. You keep going, you keep going, you get it. So I mean, hey, maybe that's how you're looking at it.
Has she already told him no though? Like, has she
hadn't said? I don't think she responded at all.
I think she thinks it's funny. I don't know if he's serious on his end, but it's keeping the buzz up, keeping people talking.
If she responds, he gonna be serious.
Yeah, I'm sure if he gets the opportunity, he'll take it.
I mean, why he ain't serious? He doing a lot of shooting. I mean, that's Slim. I ain't never seen him shoot like that.
Oh well, you don't see.
Well, I don't be paying attention, but
I was like Slim being a lot of comments.
A lot of DMs.
No, I don't know about DMs, but he be in the comments.
He Instagram. He kind of like Will Smith on the Instagram. They didn't like change their careers.
Yeah, okay, he's pretty active.
They gotta follow him. He's not like Will Smith. Let me change that. Will Smith is
I was gonna say
on Instagram. He follows. I'm just saying the content is totally different. But Slim Thug he posts a whole lot.
Yeah,
he posts a lot.
Oh, okay. I ain't know that, man. I be I don't know. I be seeing cats that be like checking these girls out and stuff like that, because like somebody might send me an IG of a bad chick or something like that. Mm-hmm. So I just look at the comments. I just go straight to the comments, and these dudes be so damn thirsty or whatever. I've never been that way. If I stood at you one time and I don't get no response, you know what I'm saying? That's a wrap. But what tripped me out, these cats don't be knowing these girls. Baby, I drink your bath water and all this other kind. Like,
they still say that?
Oh, they be saying all kind of stuff.
But I guess they gotta shoot their shot, because some people, I've seen people that say, "Oh, I met him through my DMs. Like he chased me for 2 years, or he, asked me how I was doing, and I was sad that day." So I gotta remember. But I heard a high profile celebrity recently that's in a relationship with someone that because of their DMs. So you never know.
Man, these girls, most of these cats, the bulk of them, these girls don't be paying these dudes no attention, none whatsoever, and they still be hitting them with the eyes and the hearts and the whatever. And then like every now and then I get a random Facebook, somebody will comment like a chick with a breast out, whatever. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, who the hell is this? And it be like a fake page, and dudes be on there too. You could tell it's a fake page.
Yep. I got to the point now where I know it's fake in the message before I don't even need to click and do nothing. I'm just like, this is just a fake message. This ain't there's somebody trying to get you to click on a fake website or something like that to go somewhere. Like, but yeah, you're right. They've had dudes on those pages that comment on the pictures and saying all kind of stuff, trying to get with the chick. I'm like, I don't get how they don't know.
Bro, they still being there with the baby. And be some of my partners so tired. I'd be like, bro, are you serious, man?
Then they wonder why their page is hacked.
You see the like by such and such, and it be one of your partners. Like, bro, you tripping, bro.
Go ahead. No, I was gonna say, one of my kids AAU coaches. It doesn't matter what woman's page I go to. He's a follower and a liker. And I'm like, dang, you
Yeah.
must follow every woman in the country because it's like you it's like
Thirsty.
every
That's
picture.
why he became a coach.
Thirsty.
AAU coach.
I guess so.
His throat
Like,
is parched.
I can get your son in this school and this school. I bet you be spitting at him just like that, trying to get them opportunities.
Straight
So
up,
end
man.
up going to HCC. They ain't even got no
Right.
basketball team.
Yeah, that boy throat is extra parched. He's super thirsty. Yeah. So what we talking about today, people? What's going on in the world that y'all want to discuss?
Well, I had the pleasure of watching the most recent Red Table Talk
Yeah.
with Lori Loughlin's daughter. Lori Loughlin is the Aunt Becky who paid to have like $500,000 to get her daughters into school. What school was it? USC or something?
I think so.
It was in California. It
Yeah.
was like one
On
of
the
those
road
UCLA.
team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the daughter who was on there, I think her name is Olivia or Olive or something. I don't know. But she called Red Table Talk. Like she put out the call to Red Table Talk to ask them if she could be on the show. And the most interesting part of the conversation was before she even came out, because Gammy was like, I don't know why we have this little girl coming on this show. Whatever happens with her and her family, she gonna be all right.
Yeah.
Like, why are we supporting this little white girl when we giving her a platform to, support her and woo 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 when white women don't do the same for us? That's not what this show is for. I don't agree. True. I don't know why we have her coming on. And Jada was like, well, and
wait a minute. So this was part of the show. She was saying that?
Yes. Gammy was
my
like,
goodness.
I don't want this little girl here.
Yeah.
This show is not for her. It's
I feel
not for
that.
her. And I agreed. And Jada was like, well, I never want to be a person who does something to somebody, horrible just because they do it to me or they do it to us. And I was like, I mean, I guess, but I agree with Gammy because she will be all right. There's not gonna be anything that, once this whole thing blows over and her parents have served their 3 days in jail or whatever, and they come home. I think they got like 60 days.
Okay. I thought it was 6 months.
It was 60 days.
The dad got more. I think.
Yeah, he got more than she did. Yeah.
So, but they're both serving their time, and she was just like, yeah, I didn't realize I had so much privilege. And, when this first happened and people were calling me and I was like, what's wrong? What's the problem? I don't understand why what they did was wrong. And then, I got a lot of backlash and then I started learning. And I'm like, and Gammy is like, it's not our job to educate you or make you aware of these things. It's not our job to do that. So I don't want you on this show. Like she told the girl.
Right.
I'm gonna go back and watch this. I want to see this.
Yeah.
She was like, I am having a hard time caring about your ass.
Caring about you, yeah.
She did say that to the girl.
And one of my issues was the daughter was saying she didn't know what her parents were doing. Like she didn't know about all of this. And I'm like, girl, you took pictures rowing to pretend like you were a rower. Like you still knew that your name was on a roster of a activity that you're not a part of, and you took someone's spot, so you may not have known all the details, or you may not have been in a meeting with whoever they paid, but you knew what was up and you knew you didn't earn the spot. You knew you didn't apply, and you're there. So regardless, it takes the application to get into schools. You know that to get a scholarship for a sport, you have to play the sport.
Exactly. Yeah. So. That I mean, I'm all for people. I don't know. I guess my mindset is if you are sorry for something, then just be sorry and try to do better. Stop. As a celebrity, you know what I'm saying? Because I look at us as normal people. We don't get the opportunity even though we're not celebrities, like if I mess up in my circle and people that I work with and people that know me, they know I messed up. It happens. I don't get the opportunity to like say, hey y'all, let's get on the Zoom so I can apologize and tell y'all what's really going on. Or like let's do a little interview with my little group of people that know me so that I can really get them to scoop. No, we just got to deal with it. And we got to deal with people whispering about us and saying things about us and not really knowing the full story, not knowing that, you know, we changed or we trying to do better. We got to go through that. So why? Because you're a celebrity or your family celebrity, you get the opportunity to go on and try to tell your story. Fuck that.
Right.
Deal with it. Learn from it, deal with it, and be okay with that. Be okay with people for the rest of your life looking at you with the same opinion.
Yeah.
So what?
And think about how so many of our people and like minorities that have just, you know, fake their address just to get their kids in a school with better education or outside of certain environments, or to get free lunch, you know. So I was one of those kids, you know, we had to do some things. So, but I do know some people that got caught and people whose kids were expelled or the parent had to go to jail or pay some fines. So you don't get to get the slap on the wrist. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. That's a big thing. Yeah. That is
a story about a young lady who's, she worked a lot and she had a couple of kids and the kids were staying mostly with her mother. And so she used her mother's address so the kids could go to school. I mean, it was a better school and they were there most of the time anyway. And so when she got caught and she explained, well, this is why they stay with my mom all the time because I have to work. I mean, they don't live there full time, but they're there during the week because I'm at work and I can't be at home with them. And she went to jail. Like they send this
man. Are you
years.
serious?
Yes. And I was like, so
damn.
Okay. So if you have money, then it's fine, and you're only going to get a couple of months. But because we didn't know it was wrong because everybody was doing it. But if you're legit, like I'm working every day, taking care of my children the best way I can, and my mother's helping out so they go to school where she lives. Oh, and now it's a problem. I'm going to end up in jail which I don't think it's a problem at all. I went to school somewhere else for a little while when I was a kid too, because my mom worked overnight. So we stayed with my stepdad's mother, and I went to school over there. And I mean, it wasn't a problem. I don't understand.
Well,
I mean, I guess I know why, but
from their perspective, well, I mean, it's messed up, but I think the ground that they standing on, I guess, is the fact that people pay taxes over there and the taxes pay for the schooling and stuff like that. So you're defrauding the public or whatever, but that's shit that they do every single hour of every day or whatnot. You know what I'm saying?
Well, that's what they try to stand on, but you got to understand, they still they rezones to keep certain people in certain areas anyway. Yeah. And yeah, you're right. I pay taxes where I pay taxes, but I mean, the thing is, we can't pretend like when I've done it, we knew it was wrong, but we took our chance because you want whatever you think is better, whether it's better school or whether it's more convenient because your parent works this route and you can't get a bus, whatever the reason is. Even when it came to free lunch, you know, if your income is here or not, we take the chance for our children. So this case with Aunt Becky, and then also the lady from Desperate Housewives, I forget her name as well, because she's I don't know if she got sentenced. I think she was honest early on, so I don't know what happened. So
she got like 11 days and got out in like 7 or something.
She did. She was on, but she was honest. She went in. She was like, "I know I messed up. I did. Yes, Judge. Give me the time. I shouldn't have done it. I knew it was wrong. Give me all of the time, and I'll go to jail and serve my." She did early, and she didn't try to fight it. She was like, "Yeah, I messed up."
I was team her anyway, because I think at the time all of this broke, that's when when the Central Park 5 series came out on Netflix or something, and she was a part of that. So I was kind of like team her anyway.
Felicity, I think her name is Felicity.
Yeah, Felicity Huffman or something like that. But we know what we're doing is wrong. But the thing is, I wouldn't care. I understand that they have more money. I understand that they're taking opportunities from other people. That's a spot at a school or on a team or whatever. But how many of my people are trying to roll? I don't know if they took my, but at the end of the day, wrong is wrong. But we can't pretend and all be, and sit and say, oh my gosh, you can't, woe is me. But I'm all for parents doing whatever it takes within integrity reasons for their children. To put them in the best position they can, but I'm not for when it's unfair. They're getting away from, our kids don't have parents don't have millions of dollars, and then you're paying 500,000 or 5 million or whatever to get your kid into school that doesn't even cost that much, but just so that they can put on their resume and transcript that they went there, so that they can rub elbows with these kids, so that they can be set throughout life, where we don't have those opportunities to do those things. So I'm kind of like on the fence with that. Like I don't like it, but I get it. So I don't know.
Yeah. For me, it's all about, oh, go ahead, Damon. Go ahead.
No, I was just about to say, how the hell you going to prison just for getting your kids free lunch or whatever? I mean, lunch, you might have paid about $300 or something like that throughout the school year. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't just like get them a fine. How you gonna send somebody to prison?
Yeah. Well, I mean, they give them fines, but when you sign it, like everything that you sign, that you say that you make a certain amount. You say, I attest, or I'm saying that this is, and we just be checking it. I just check any box.
That's crazy.
It is.
Like, I want this, check.
For me, it's like, people do stuff all the time. I can't sit up here and act like I ain't done nothing that I know is not against the law. It's something as simple as
tell us what it is.
It's something simple as I am. It's something simple as
speed, be used in court.
Going too fast on the freeway. That's against the law. But my point is people do stuff all the time. There's not a person probably on this planet, or not very many, if any, that can sit up there and say, I never did anything wrong in the eyes of government, not the eyes of God or anything like that, the eyes of government, like breaking laws and stuff like that. So the thing is if you're going to do it, okay, whatever. I mean, they got white people that bend the rules and get over all the time. Hey, we got a president that's been doing it for 4 years and his whole damn life. But when you get caught, that's the problem I got, like how they handle it. Like, this lady got caught. Suffer. Like that's what it is. Like, if you willing to take the risk and you don't get caught, whatever. This world has been built off of people taking risks and getting over on others. And not this country, this world has been built off of people taking risks, getting over on others, not being honest. You can choose to live that way or not. That's your business. I ain't even judging that. I'm judging the system, how it shows favoritism to certain people. Mm-hmm. That shouldn't be the case. Even if it's a system where we don't see it, like, that's still wrong. But hell, if nobody knows that this person got caught and y'all keep it in this circle and y'all give that person a pat on the back, okay. But this is in a spotlight. Everybody can see this shit, and you still show favoritism to the point to where it's clearly not fair when you got people like Regina just said, forged the whatever on the lunch the lunch stuff. Yeah.
Address.
Yeah, the address, and they go into prison. Like, clearly the system is not right. When that's the problem I got with it, is how they handle it once a person get caught. Do what you want to do. You get caught, man up to that shit, and the government or the handle it appropriately, because that's ridiculous.
Yep.
I just thought it was interesting that they had such a difference of opinion on the show.
What? Well, when you say difference of opinion, you talking about Jada and her mom?
Yep. And
so
Willow was like, I agree with both sides. I can see both points. What
came of it though? Did she come on the show?
Oh yeah, she came on the show, and she was trying to explain. She was like, thanks for letting me come on. I just felt like this would be a safe place. And then they showed Gammy's face, and Gammy was like, we'll see. That safe. Gammy was so fun. She did not hold back though. She was like, little girl, I'm having a hard time feeling compassion for you, and I'm working on it. But with everything that has happened this year, the past few years, in our community with Black people, and you losing your endorsements don't mean a damn thing to me. Girl, you'll be fine. Y'all have plenty of money. You have plenty of influence. You'll be all right. I don't care about your endorsements that you lost.
But was she coming there to complain and cry about that type of stuff? Or
she felt like she would get some support from
she's doing damage control.
And so she said, I didn't know it was wrong. I was so sheltered. I lived in this bubble. Even when I was making my YouTube videos, because she had like a YouTube channel that was really popular. She was an influencer. And she on one of the videos, it showed a clip, and she's like, I'm applying, and I just really want to to get the party, the feel of partying at school and doing this and doing. I don't really care about school though. I probably won't go to classes very much. Like she said this, and she said when I go back and look at that, it's really cringy for me because I didn't realize the privilege that I had just because of my skin color. And then for me to say something like that when so many people don't even have the opportunity. And what my parents did, I mean, they're my parents and I still love them. But, you know, when it first happened, I wasn't angry because I didn't understand what they had done wrong. Like, I didn't think it was wrong.
Yeah.
And she probably is telling the truth when she says that.
I'm sure.
And not to the extent of I didn't know it was wrong that I was like taking pictures on the rowboat knowing I wasn't on the row team. She probably know that was wrong. But she probably didn't realize the totality of it was wrong, like the actual act of what her parents were doing to get her in college and all that stuff, because she probably was sheltered. Like that's all she know. Those people, they sit at the top and that's all they know. They know there's poor people. They know there's probably some racism or they racist them damn selves, but they don't have any idea of how it affects
what it's like.
Yeah, exactly. Like even if you are a person that sits up there, but you somehow have relationships with people at the bottom, you still get it to a certain extent because you feel what they're going through. You see what they're going through. You have conversations with them. Those people just talk to each other.
Yep, that's what she said. And she said her friends' parents were doing the same thing. Like everybody was making donations to schools, and she said it wasn't something that was taboo. They did it out in the open. Oh, my dad made a donation to this school, or my parents or my grandparents are making donations to this school. So, you know, I won't have too many problems getting in. And I'm like, that didn't sound odd to her at all. Whatever.
I mean, she a kid. I mean, she's like what, 19, 20, something like that, or whatever.
I think she's in her like 20 or 21 now.
I mean,
when the whole thing broke, she was 19. That's what she said.
Y'all, I mean, I don't know if y'all like y'all oldest kids age, but my daughter is like the oldest one. What, she'll be 22 in in a few days, and she's just, I mean, she on the same level as my 16-year-old daughter, meant as far as knowledgeable, being knowledgeable about the world and the things around it and stuff like that.
So let me ask you this: when you were 22, do you feel like you was like that?
Honestly,
16-year-old.
Honestly, yeah, I don't feel like I was grown at 22 or whatever. I was making grown-up decisions, but I wasn't as knowledgeable as I am now, of course, or whatever.
Not
you know what I'm saying?
But I'm comparing like.
But even being 25, dude, I bought my first house. I bought my first house when I was like, I think I was 22 or 23 or something like that. That was a grown-up decision, but other things that I was doing was still stupid as hell.
Yeah,
you know
but we do stupid things, but we can't. Okay, let me say, I knew at that age, I may not have known everything. Of course, I'm wiser now. But when we lied on stuff, I knew he was lying.
Yeah,
I was, you know, and I'm not saying this young lady knows, and I'm not saying our kids, because I have a 18-year-old here that's oblivious to everything in life, like literally.
Yeah.
But me personally, so I think you can't go by necessarily the age. I do think that the age plays a part in many. But I knew we was lying on certain things to get certain things. I knew for all intents and purposes, I was a scammer because I was trying to get everything. I'm trying to get food stamps in college. I'm trying to get everything.
But where did that come from? Did that come from your upbringing?
The knowledge, me knowing and being aware, it was my upbringing, I guess, because it wasn't because my grandma,
well, I don't mean as far as that. I'm sorry for cutting you off, but I mean as far as the fact that, okay, I'm doing this because I feel like I need to do it. Where did that come
It came from the lack of not having, because it was not that my great grandparents raised me. They wasn't necessarily okay with that, but I knew that I wanted this. I can get it by filling out this document a certain way. I can get, because I grew up without, I didn't have insurance. I'm going to make sure I get it. I'm going to make sure I get food stamps. I'm going to make sure I get into the school. I'm going to put on a resume. I knew that if I was a cashier at McDonald's, I wasn't going to say I'm a cashier. I'm going to say that I'm a customer service representative that handles $100 a day. And I make sure that the customer experience is amazing. I knew how to talk myself
smart.
Exactly, like straight up.
But I still knew what I was doing. Now, did I know the consequence of everything? Did I think I was invincible because I was a kid? Of course I didn't. I thought ain't nothing gonna happen to me, but I still knew what right and wrong was.
So I can't just because I don't know the girl. You know, I can't say that she didn't know what she was doing was wrong. She probably did, but as a kid, I don't think you're looking at it in totality or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? So I can't say either side is wrong as far as what they feel about the situation or whatever, but I'm more lenient, you know, in the situation. I feel like it is a teachable moment for a person like her or whatever. It's not our obligation to teach, but it is a teachable moment because it ain't really just even about us or whatever, but our kids got to grow up in this world. You know what I'm saying? They're still growing. So I would rather them grow up with white people who have an understanding of what they're doing wrong versus just, okay, fuck it, because we're not obligated to teach. You know what I'm saying?
I totally agree with that, but I also will say this, because you're right. The age and these kids are innocent in some aspect, but we're talking about a kid that is a very respected blogger. She has so many endorsements. And the reason being because of social media and its presence. Our kids now, and I understand that they get fake information and good information, factual information, but they also, the difference between them and us, they have so much information.
Yeah.
So now you're telling me everything that's been going on in injustice, everything, you didn't know anything. You hadn't even heard of privilege. But now that you and your family are going down, oh my gosh, I didn't know I had privilege. So yeah, I understand that she probably, if she grew up a certain way, she's like, this is my norm. I totally agree. And I actually believe that. But I do find it hard to believe when people, like in 2 years, we're going to find somebody else that says, I didn't even know racism exists. And I'm like, okay, what age were you when we talked about George Floyd? What age were you?
Yeah.
So I can understand if you were sheltered in your home, but knowing that you got Snapchat, you got Instagram, you may not totally believe my experience and what I'm telling you with my experience, but don't act like it's the first time you've heard of it.
Yeah. But I mean, like, you absolutely right about that. But like, y'all say Slim Thug posts all the time or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I didn't even know that. You know what I'm saying? I thought, okay, I just seen a couple times Thugger shot at Megan and stuff like that. Point being, I'm in my own little bubble or whatever. I don't see a lot of stuff that be going on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
but you're right. And I from that perspective, if she was just a person who was rich, her mom, you know, is who she is, but she didn't have a YouTube page. She wasn't an influencer. She wasn't on social media all the time. I would be like, okay, it's possible. But when you embrace yourself in social media, it makes it seem like it's unlikely that you don't hear about the things that happen. Even when it comes to like just news in general, you're always on social media. These things are being talked about by everybody.
Yeah.
You can't tell me you don't follow people who you see stuff on their page, you know, about black people being murdered. You knew about Ahmaud Arbery. That happened before George Floyd. She probably heard about Ahmaud Arbery. She probably didn't take no time to read up on it to see what they was talking about.
So it was a choice.
So I believe that, to be honest.
Okay. So anyway, switching gears or whatever. Do y'all know Malik Beasley? I know Capel do. And Larsa Pippen.
Yeah, you know I do too. Yes.
So I don't know Larsa Pippen. I just know that. What'd you say, Gina?
I thought Gina said.
Exactly. So
Scottie Pippen wife.
Yeah, his ex-wife. So one day, like, I'm just, you know, clowning with cats in a sports forum about Jordan and LeBron or whatever, which is a common theme. And then so one of my boys was like, and this may not even happen like this, but I'm sure this is how it happened. He was like, Jordan got 6 rings. And I'm like, man, Scottie Pippen got 6 rings. So does that mean Scottie Pippen is better than Jordan? Or, you know, at least he the greatest of all time. So I look up Scottie Pippen stats. And then, of course, when you look up Scottie Pippen or you look up anybody, one of the first things you see is wife. So I'm like, okay, let me see Scottie Pippen wife. Let me see what she look like. See his wife, and she a nice looking Latina chick or whatever. And that's it. Then next thing you know, all of a sudden is Scottie Pippen wife with Future, Scottie Pippen wife with Tristan Thompson, Scottie Pippen wife with
it wasn't just Malik Beasley. Look, before you finish, man, Shout out to Scottie Pippen for being so resilient and taking these L's, because he been taking some L's the last couple of years, not just with his wife. That's big too, but just in general, like when the Jordan documentary came out, he was taking L's too. I mean, Scottie Pippen didn't had it rough the last 5 years or so. But anyways, go ahead.
Oh nah, I was just gonna say, like, how are you this? I'm gonna say respectable because I don't know you. You know what I'm saying? And I want to say most people don't know you. You know, you was Scottie Pippen wife. Y'all got 3-4 beautiful kids together. You know what I'm saying? You was obviously with him for several years or whatever. You've been living this glamorous life. Now all of a sudden y'all break up, and now you dating Future and all of it. And it's not the fact that you dating them, it's the fact that you are compelled to push this information because nobody else is pushing this information but her. She's putting this information out there. Like,
Yep.
she tweeted or texted, whatever the hell she did, saying that she was the first one with Tristan Thompson or whatever. She said, well, nobody, the Kardashians, they didn't even know him. I'm the one who brought him to the party and woo woo and all this type of stuff. And him and Chloe hooked up. And, I'm cool with that because I'm not fighting over a guy. And so I'm like, why are you?
And
nobody
she like 45, 46 years old.
Exactly.
Not like young like these people that she dating.
And she got kids. I think the oldest son is like in college or something. So you got to watch your mom out here being a thought.
Well,
Exactly
he just
what's going on.
say it's not his business. So when people tweet him about it, he say,
You got dudes your age dating your mama and stuff. Dudes that you listening to their music and they dating your mama. Like, that's, I don't know, man. That's kind of crazy.
So I mean, but they're still married, right? Scottie Pippen and Larsa.
No, I don't think so. Not are they? They
Not
are
even legally. They
I
are.
think legally
they're
I don't think they're divorced.
No, they're not.
Yeah, they're not divorced. They may have some
really?
arrangement. He may be just whatever. I don't know.
What's funny is, I think this was like 2 weeks ago, maybe a week ago, and I don't even know who this other chick is. Some chick, Scottie Pippen, some chick posted a picture of herself. Scottie Pippen put in the comments a fire emoji, and then she responded with, "Oh, don't start this shit again, or please don't start, this," or something like that. And then
What that mean?
Larsa Pippen, I don't know, I really don't. And then Larsa Pippen, she commented with, "Well, why you posting it then?" Like, commented on her, and I'm thinking to myself, she doing the same thing you doing. Like,
Yeah.
you put things out there to get in the spotlight. She only posted that because Scottie Pippen said that. Like,
so that sounds like to me, she posted some stuff before. Scotty got out there in her comments or DM or something like that. Larsa found out about it or whatever. They had words. They had some type of situation. And now she's saying, not this again. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like
something like that. Yeah.
Block Scotty. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or Scotty don't got to do that.
So this something that I've thought about before, and I don't quite understand. I never will because I'm not in the celebrity circles and I'm married. So who, maybe if I was in the circles, I would know, even as though I'm married. But Larsa Pippen, she's attractive, but she's by far the most she's by far not one of the most attractive women I've ever seen. Like physical and like facial features, physical body and all that. And you're in the league. They have women that they're around all the time. So why is it that, and this happens often, you hear it in news, or you see it on posts and stuff. There's certain women that that go from man to man to man to man in the same circle. And I know why the woman is doing it, I'm assuming, but these dudes, they got all these women that you probably can date and go out with, that will just go out with you because you're a celebrity, that look better than these women. These women are, you can assume that they are promiscuous or whatever because they're going from player to player to player. Why are the dudes like all over these particular women? Like Future, Tristan Thompson, now Malik Beasley. Larsa Pippen ain't that bad. She not. You know what I'm saying? So why are they going to her? That's what I don't get from the dude's perspective. Like,
hey, bro, I know why.
That don't make sense to me.
I know
it
why.
Don't make sense. I mean, you can be thirsty and you still got women that you probably can, date or whatever, that would just, like I said, would just go out with you. Go ahead, tell me
why.
Is it a superhead thing without the woman just saying I'm like superhead? Is that what it is?
No, he was already dating. Well, he was married to this chick Montana Yao or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Which, I mean, she's a nice looking lady. or whatever.
When you
You know
say
what I'm saying?
what
Oh,
are
I'm
we
sorry,
referring to?
Malik
Oh
Beasley.
yeah, Malik. Yeah, Malik.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the
And he's
reason,
still married. He's not was. They're going through a divorce now
Yeah.
because of this
well,
situation.
yeah. So the reason being,
Mm-hmm.
and I put money on it, because I'm a student of human nature. If you look at these dudes, most of these dudes, I don't want to say, can
No,
I
just
say
say it.
trash? Can I say trash or whatever? I'm gonna say trash because I can't think of a better word or whatever. So I'm gonna just say trash. And even some of these guys that y'all think, oh my God, he's so handsome. If you listen to their music, if you look at their posts, if you watch who they are and watch their movements, you could tell that they're brand new to this life. They're
Mhm.
brand new to having females. They brand new to dating and all of that type of stuff or whatever. I can guarantee it. I'm not gonna name some of these rappers, but you could tell all they talk about is one specific thing in a specific manner or whatever. That's because they never had this, they never lived this type of lifestyle or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like we came up dating different girls in high school, college, all of that type of stuff or whatever. We had fun. These dudes, they just now entering that space where females are looking at them like, oh, you so attractive, even though it's because of their money and their status and stuff like that, but they can't tell the difference. So I feel like that's the reason that's the only reason why I feel like,
Yeah.
especially according to what you saying, Capel, because we ain't talking about no supermodels and all of that type of stuff.
I mean, you're right. They probably know they ugly and that they got this stuff because they got money. Okay, great. You know what I'm saying? But Future been popular for a while. Like when he was dating Larsa Pippen, this dude was already on the map. You know what I'm saying? He had already been with Sierra, so I'm like, I mean, and then Tristan Thompson, I don't know about her
How
before
many
Khloe
kids Future
Kardashian and
got,
all that.
bro?
You
Got
got
a lot
kids.
of them.
Yeah, a
Got a
lot.
lot of them.
But the thing is,
Case
even
in
with like
point.
Khloe Kardashian, I mean, a lot of these players have all had a Kardashian from time to time, So it's not just Larsa, it's not just Larsa Pippen. So it is a same circle of people, But let's not forget the current going on, how this Malik Beasley situation came to light, because he actually had another woman he was messing with, and that side chick is the person I think that outed about him and Larsa. So and then the wife found out about all of this on social media. So she found out about it when Shade
Everybody
Room
did.
posted it, So that's like, okay, how does that feel? Like I'm finding out my husband not only cheating with Larsa Pippen, but some other woman that feels like she's being cheated on posts about it.
Dang. So that boy got a 2-piece of
What a
biscuits and
mess.
fries and coleslaw. Dang. That's
A
what's
hot
up.
mess.
Yeah, I mean, I know when I say this, I'm not talking about every single basketball player. I'm talking about the majority of them, though. But I don't see how any woman would feel secure in their relationship if they was with a athlete. I mean, like because it's just the stories that you hear that come out. Like, so my wife used to watch one of these
Basketball wives or something.
yeah, Basketball Wives, and one of the women was married to this guy. This guy wasn't even a superstar. Like if you didn't watch basketball, you didn't even know his name. I knew who he was because I watch basketball and I do dating fantasy and stuff. So when I was watching the episode where I was like, oh, I know that dude. This dude slept with over he cheated, not slept with before her, with her, he cheated with over 1,000 something women. It was public knowledge because it was said on the show. And it's like, I feel like that's probably close to the norm. Maybe not thousands, but a lot. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how. I don't know if I could be secure if I was in that position.
Hell no. I'm trying to figure out what made her stay after number 2. I can get number 1, then I can be like, okay, maybe I got a kid. All right, I'm gonna get this money. I get it.
Yeah.
But once you got some kids, you're gonna get the money. And depending on what state you got married in and how long y'all marriage stayed, you're gonna get that money. So I mean, I just think that's a whole nother discussion about how women can be dumb.
Not all of them are dumb though, because I remember one time we took we went to Dallas or whatever. You know what I'm saying? We was having a good time out there. We had went to it wasn't Club Blue because I think Club Blue was too packed or something like that back when that was popping. But we went to some spot in Dallas or whatever, and I was hollering at this chick, telling her, "Hey, we looking for girls to take back to the room. We were a young jock or a little cousin. We was talking about Capel, or whatnot, and the chick she wasn't going for it or whatever.
Oh, she was smart. She ain't want Young Jock.
She started clowning. I was like, "Look, man, I'm just joking around." But yeah, compared
She knew
did look
Young
like
Jock was wearing perms and stuff. She
yeah,
didn't want that.
compared. Nah, this was back when Young Jock was
Before
you know
the
yeah
pre-perm.
before
It's
yeah
going
before all
down. It
that.
was around that time. Meet me at the club was going down.
Yeah.
Hey, let me do a correction to what I just said. I don't know what the hell I got thousands from. The dude name is Jason Maxiel, and it said his wife is named Brandy, and he cheated with over 50 women during the time they was together, which was a short time. I don't know what the hell I got thousands.
50,000. Well,
But
that's
50 is
kind
a
of
lot, you know what I'm saying?
similar.
That's a whole lot, you know. Probably most dudes don't be with that many women in a lifetime, and he did it through a small window of marriage, you know. But I feel
Is
like that's
that
probably more the norm.
is that the same dude that they was doing like a I don't know they was talking doing I don't know was it an interview or something like that, but he was like saying that he had came and said it in front of like everybody or whatever like
Yeah, I
to the
think it is
world.
because this was on Ayanla, whatever her name is.
Oh, Yana
Mhm.
fix my life.
Yeah, Fix My
Yeah,
Life. Yeah,
what is it?
she said it on there. That she was being interviewed on there. So it
So he
probably was the
blasted.
same dude.
Yeah, he blasted his homeboys like everybody. He was like, yeah, you know, it ain't nothing. Like all of us, you know, be doing like, dude, because your wife may be cool with it, don't mean everybody wife cool with it, bro. That's cold blooded. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
because it say right here the shocker came when Ayanla asked how many women have you slept with. He admitted it's more than 50. So you know that means it's probably more than 100.
Yeah, yeah, because you all
You know how that is. You divide it by
percent
two.
error.
Exactly.
So
Looks
man,
like a
speaking
smart guy. He looks like he kind of slow.
speaking of basketball wise, man, y'all heard this stuff about Vanessa Bryant, the widow of Kobe.
Oh yeah.
Vanessa's mom.
Yeah, her mama is demanding money, saying that Kobe, you know, said that he was gonna take care of her for the rest of her life and stuff like that. So she has a lawsuit against her daughter demanding financial support.
Yeah, and
They
not
are.
only yeah,
Go
it's not
ahead.
only that she's demanding it, she's going on and blasting her on in different spaces, saying that she's watched her kids and she deserves so much per hour of compensation and all that kind of stuff. My thing is Kobe he hasn't been in the ground a whole year yet. And this year is crazy. So I don't, it's like, I sometimes I forget Kobe's gone, but it's like you couldn't even wait, regardless of waiting, because nobody owes you anything, but you couldn't even wait to, because Vanessa still has lawsuits going on. She's still mourning. She had these
Yeah,
children.
yeah.
And you, for all purposes, you are taken care of. They've taken care of you,
Yep.
and you still are, you're not homeless. You just want a different type of life, from my understanding of what I read, and it's just crazy. It's just like, I believe in taking care, if as much as you can, of your family when you can do it, but the point is you don't have to. Nobody's obligated to do a doggone
Right.
thing.
Right.
And if you have a place to stay, you're fed, you can see your grandchildren, you're golden. I'm sure that woman don't have to work and hasn't worked.
Man,
Mm-mm.
they say she was this is Vanessa saying she was a grandmother who was supported by me and her son-in-law at my request.
Mhm.
She now wants to back charge me $96 per hour.
Who does
Supposedly,
that?
supposedly working 12 hours a day for 18 years for watching her grandchildren. In reality, she only occasionally babysat my older girls when they were toddlers. Brian mentioned that she has tried to make peace with her mother to no avail. Earlier this year, I was looking for a new home for her. And a week later, she went on television and gave an interview disparaging our family and making false accusations while living rent free in a gated apartment complex in Newport Coast. Even after that betrayal, I was willing to provide my mother with monthly support for the rest of her life, and that wasn't good enough. She instead contacted me through intermediaries. Contrary to what she claims, my phone number hasn't changed and demanded $5 million, a house, and a Mercedes SUV. Man, that's crazy.
So assuming all that's true, then the mother is
Hey,
just
man, that's
just
Vanessa
messed
Bryan.
up,
It's all true.
you know.
If she said it, it's true.
You
Yeah,
know,
but I,
but
I
so
feel like,
go
no,
ahead,
go ahead,
Abel.
Kabir.
I was gonna say, so I try to look at these situations on like with an open mind, same thing we was talking about Meg and Tory Lanez. While one side clearly looks like it's a certain way, so if all that is true, then like but I mean on Kobe Bryant's mother that's ridiculous. I mean, it's flat out ridiculous. First of all, grandmothers take care of their kids, or not take care, but they help with children all the time. They want to see their grandkids. I've never heard of a grandmother charging their daughter or son money for watching their kids.
Well,
And I mean, I know it probably is that, but I mean, of course, like rich people, she's just trying to get a money grab. Because if they wasn't rich, she probably would do the same thing that she's doing now. It would just be for the love of it. You would think that. But I will say this. It's his mother, and because it's his mother, if
no, it's her
something was
mother.
really
her mother.
Wait,
he was
wait,
already
wait,
at
wait.
odds with his mother, but
Yeah, his mom.
this is
and dad,
Vanessa's
they
mom.
something else,
So
too.
this is Vanessa's mother.
This is
Yeah.
Vanessa's mom.
Okay, that
Yeah.
changes what I was about to say completely. That changes because I was about to say, if it's his mother, because it's his mother, if she decides that she wants to go publicly and say this, it's not like she don't have the same feelings for her son that Vanessa has. But if it's her mother, it totally changes what I was about to say. Because from the perspective of just like him not being dead a whole year and her coming out and saying this, I'm like, well, that's his mama. I'm like, maybe things were so bad that she just don't want to hold it. She wants the world to know. But it's her mother. With that being the case, I feel like she shouldn't have shit to say.
She shouldn't have
all.
shit to say.
Yeah.
She shouldn't.
Like
And
nothing.
the next thing I'm about to say may be a little judgmental, but even when I think about, so Vanessa and Kobe met when she was in high school, and I believe it was on a video shoot, right?
Yeah,
So
something like that.
and I can only speculate. If you're in high school, you're on video shoots. I'm thinking, and I know kids do what they want to do because I was doing some things I want to do, but it's like, okay, well, so what, as a parent, what kind of positions were you putting your child in anyway? I'm not saying the mom sent her to the shoot, but it's almost like with this coming out, it makes me think that you've been opportunistic through Vanessa's life the entire time.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
Right. So, I mean, and I could be totally wrong. That could come out that Vanessa was like, I snuck out and was like, I'm gonna be in this video and I met Kobe, whatever. But just by what I know, I'm like, okay, so you've been living off them this entire time. Like, to me, and for the life of me, it's like when you get to live off of somebody, why aren't you stacking your money?
Right.
Why aren't you making your money make money? And when I hear people after someone like you got Kobe, this was big money. These were big endorsements. And I'm pretty sure you didn't have to do anything in life,
Nothing.
but live and be somebody's mama. And you probably weren't being, like she said, we had nannies and we were in our children's lives. And Vanessa said I didn't have to do anything. So I was watching my children. So you didn't have to do anything. And we were taking care of you. So, and I'm not saying that people should use their kids' names or family members' names, but you probably could have wrote a book about and maybe like you had opportunities to capitalize whatever way you want. This man hasn't been in the ground long enough. And now you need $5 million and you need $96 per hour for the last 18 years.
Don't nobody get paid that much to watch kids.
I feel like I had a pure respect for Kobe because he was so, respected and people love this dude that people shouldn't even give her the time of day to tell her story. They should just decline, her wanting to talk to them to say what's going on, just out of respect for him.
That ain't gonna happen. The world we live in, that ain't gonna happen.
You would think at some point maybe somebody would have enough love in at least in this country to where people just like, you know what, we're not trying to hear you with that.
Yeah.
The crazy thing about like looking at the details, if this is like absolute, her and Vanessa must have they must have been having a bad relationship or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Because for her to say, she didn't even say that she said she was going to take care of me for the rest of my life. She said Kobe said he was going to take care of me for the rest of my life. You know what I'm saying? So why would it stop after Kobe died? This is your daughter. He was married to your daughter or whatever. So they must have a bad relationship.
But it don't sound like it stopped because according to what you said, Vanessa said, it sounds like that she is trying to take care of her for the rest of her life. The mom wants more.
Yeah.
to me, that's the problem.
Yeah.
Is like, you know,
I
the
mean, that's
mom is,
definitely the problem
you know,
because she
like,
shouldn't have to do a
yeah.
damn thing.
So according to what Kobe said, it sounds like Vanessa is honoring that. She taking
Yeah.
care of you, you know, but
And
you trying
maybe
to
Kobe didn't even say
greedy.
that. People love to say what people said when they gone and can't defend
After
it.
they
You know,
gone,
I
right?
mean, he
Yeah.
said the
yeah,
same thing to me. I just ain't saying nothing about it, but
right.
now,
I
you know,
hadn't,
that's crazy. I
you know,
mean,
and it sounds like both of them. I mean, who, you know, because we all know that Kobe had some issues with his parents, but especially his mom. Maybe they just like, hey, it's us. We just gonna,
yeah.
you know, these parents are being, you know, just giving us hell. They kind of like pushed everybody out. In my, you know, that's what it looks like. But they still took care of them the best way they could, you know,
Yeah.
and to
Yeah.
keep the peace, just kept them afar.
I heard this dude, you know, like a financial expert say that he was like parents shouldn't if your kids get rich, that your children shouldn't be obligated to take care of you. And also if your parents are rich, they shouldn't be obligated to, you know, take care of their children, like, you know, as far as on the same level of the amount of money that they making and stuff like that. He was saying. I mean, I agree with that to a certain extent, but I don't agree with it wholeheartedly. Like he was mentioning, I know you want to say something, Capel,
No,
but let
go
me
ahead.
say
Go
this
ahead.
right. He was mentioning, especially because a lot of these football, basketball players, when they get their money, first thing they want to do is buy their mama a house and stuff like that or whatever. I don't see nothing wrong with that if you're financially literate and you understand what you're doing. You can't go out and buy your mama a Holyfield house that had like 42 goddamn rooms. It was a hospital. She can't she can't do nothing with
Maintain.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah, she
that's
can't
She
true.
can't pay
maintain that.
taxes on that.
She can't pay taxes
Well,
on it. She can't pay the utilities on it.
Yeah.
why does that have to be the first thing though? Like, I don't think my job is to take care of my children. I didn't give birth to them to take care of me.
Right.
I would love to be that they get so financially stable and balling that they can do those things, but I need them to build a legacy for my grandchildren and great grandchildren. So
Mhm.
if you're taking care of people in reverse, now of course I don't want to be in a home and all of that, but I just teach my kids like, yeah, I hope you don't shit on me, but I'm not your obligation. I'm your obligation. And at a certain point, that's going to wean off because I got to teach you. But I need to build a legacy for them to pass on. And I
Right.
think in our cultures, we're too busy trying to take care of mama and grandma. Was mama homeless? Now, yeah, I know it might be embarrassing if I'm still in the hood and then you over here, but I'm not homeless. Like, get your shit together, put your money up, make money, and then come back. And if you want to give me a gift, you can give me a gift.
Nah, I
But
don't
that
agree
shouldn't
with
be the
that.
first thing that's on your mind. And
If
I think
I'm
we put that in our kids'
Yeah.
heads. Like, you're gonna take care
Nah,
of mama.
we don't
I
put that in
think
our kids' heads. If I'm rich,
I think it is.
if I'm
Society.
rich and you rich too, then if you get rich, I need to be rich too.
No, y'all gonna be rich, but that ain't gonna
but
be
no, but
day
see this
one. It's not gonna be day one. Day one, they
you're right.
buying mama a house.
So what to
I
do,
know.
whoever
Get
this
mine
guy
on day two.
said, whoever this guy is, you said,
Day
I can't remember
five.
his name. What he said, I agree with on premise. Just like simply the idea of, you know, if your children get rich, they shouldn't be obligated to take care of you as a parent. And as a parent, if you're rich, you shouldn't be obligated to take care of your children in adulthood. I agree with that on premise. But from a like moral ethical point of it, it's like I think when I look at the situations, it kind of makes me wonder. It's like, to me, it's about the dynamic of what actually happens when you're a child growing up compared to, you know, like, for example, if you are a child that grows up poor and your parents are struggling, but they take care of you, you see the hard work. How many stories have you heard of a parent actually doing that and then a son or daughter becoming rich and not taking care of their parents? Like, you probably don't see that because the love is there. Usually it's a child who felt like their parents didn't take care of them. They didn't feel the love, and then they made it, and now the parent feels obligated because maybe the parent felt they was doing the best they can, but the child didn't feel that way. And now the child is like, I'm not digging you out this hole. You know, you treated me like shit as a kid. And if the child feels that way, I feel like they perfectly within their right to not take care of that parent because they feel like that parent was irresponsible and they didn't take care of them, and they're not going to give them millions of dollars or whatever to go squander, or just because they just feel that. I don't think anything is wrong with that, but I wonder when these conversations happen, like, I feel like that's probably more of the norm. Same thing with the parents. You're rich already. Your child probably had everything they needed growing up, and they were a screw up. You know, they probably didn't do what they were supposed to do. So why would you give them millions of dollars and take care of them to screw it up again once they become an adult when they just can't show you that they can do what they need to do? I feel like in general, the kids that feel the love from their parents take care of them, even if they rich. When your child becomes rich, they probably still will look to take care of you in a certain way because they care about you. They might still buy you a big house, even though you got millions, because I can do it for you because you took care of me. Like I think it's more about the dynamic of the family than it is about the money.
That's why I say it's about financial literacy or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? If I get rich and I'm gonna take care of my mom, I'm gonna take care of y'all or whatever. As long as I'm gonna show
got
you
this
what
shit
to
recorded.
do.
I got this on record.
I'm gonna show you
He said day 2. We good.
Yes.
I'm gonna show you what to do with the money, how to keep making them, making more money. I'm not just gonna bam, here you go, here go $1 million or whatever. So you can go blow that and then come back.
And
hey
then
man,
come
I'm
back.
broke. Exactly.
Ain't no comeback.
No,
Ain't no comeback.
exactly. So I want you to be rich forever. I go to Bahamas, I want you there too, or whatever.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I don't want to go and you like, well, I gotta go get this Benz fixed. I'm not buying you a Benz. You shouldn't buy one for yourself or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Unless you can afford it.
So you're telling me if you give me $1 million, you're not gonna buy my plane ticket to the Bahamas too? Like how I'm gonna stay with that $1 million?
What's an extra
Like you need to buy my ticket and my hotel so I can keep my $1 million over here.
Nah, when we get that bread, we ain't traveling $500. We first class, 2,000 or better.
Well, I need you to pay for that though, so I can keep my $1 million.
Yes.
Now I know so many people that done had that type of money and then just straight washed it. You know what I'm
Pop
saying?
bottles, baby. Pop bottles.
Got nothing to show for it.
Yeah, we're not popping bottles. I'm gonna sneak bottles in the club so we can celebrate. And I got the sparklers. I'm gonna put on it too. We don't need a section either. I'll bring a table. We're gonna be real hood up in there.
One of them collapsible tables and some.
Yep. Put it in my purse.
That's what it is.
Funny. That's funny.
So we what we looking like? We done for today?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
right at an hour.
Oh, okay.
We're at 56 minutes.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Okay. So go ahead, Gina.
I was gonna say I wanted to spotlight a Black business that
Let's do
is
it.
doing things. I've talked about this business before, but since the weather is a little cooler now, these hot chocolate bombs have become like really popular. And so Dipped Sweets Boutique has started to make these hot chocolate bombs. I ordered some. I have 2 strawberry ones and 2 they're called French toast.
okay.
Or maybe Christmas morning. I can't remember what I ordered, but you basically put them in a mug and then you heat up some milk, like make it steaming hot. You pour it over the bomb and stir, and then the bomb like breaks open and there's like marshmallows and the hot cocoa and cinnamon and all those sorts of things inside, and it creates like your hot chocolate. And
so it's like instant hot chocolate,
of course, but it's better because everything is in that bomb, and the outside of the bomb is made of chocolate, so or white chocolate or whatever.
That's what's up.
I'll check that out.
How much like as far as volume, like how much is it 1 cup per bomb or?
Yes, it's 1 cup per bomb. So I ordered 4 of them because I've never tried them before, but they look so good on her Instagram as she was making them, and I was like, "Ooh, I need to try that." So I also ordered some more of her caramel apples.
Yeah, that's what I was about to ask you. I thought that was the name that you highlighted before with the caramel apples.
Yeah.
She does. I ordered some of the strawberry crunch ones because those are my favorite, but she has other flavors as well. But I wanted to say something about those bombs because I keep seeing them like everywhere, but hers there's extra stuff. It's not just hot chocolate.
Just hot chocolate, yeah.
Yeah, she has a mixture of.
I'm gonna buy some today. I've been seeing this trend on TikTok, and I'm like, oh, this is cool. This is amazing. And now that you've presented a Black business, I'm gonna definitely buy some today.
You're getting them from Dip Sweets Boutique though, right?
Yeah, this one. Yeah. So what is that? What's the Instagram?
Dip Sweets Boutique.
It's dipped. I want to say dipped _ sweets _ boutique.
Yeah, I'm
on their website right now.
My son what's her name?
Yeah,
like hot chocolate.
My kids too.
And then dipped _ sweets _ boutique, and she's got all of her holiday stuff out too.
Is she located in the Houston area?
She's actually in
ATL.
She's outside of Atlanta. Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
She started in Alabama. They moved to Atlanta a few years ago. Not in Atlanta. They're like right outside of Atlanta. And she makes everything herself. I told her, you are going to need to hire an intern or something to help you, because she has so many orders and it's hard to keep
that's
up.
what's up.
Person,
that's beautiful.
So yeah, there's that. Yeah. So Black
Cool,
businesses.
Dip Sweets Boutique. Go follow y'all.
Go follow Dip Sweets Boutique. Also, I wanted to say something about I Do Media and Jayla World Productions. That's the film production I'm working on right now. And right now she has released one of her movies as a mini series. It's called Pipe Dreams. And she releases a new episode every Sunday on YouTube. So go check that out as well. I was a part of that movie. I had like a really small part, but
what's the name? Pipe Dreams?
Yeah, it's called Pipe Dreams. And I think this will be like the third episode, the third or the fourth episode released today at 6 p.m. on YouTube.
Okay, we're going to check that out.
It's a mini series, and it's a good movie too. It's based on a true story. So,
Pipe Dreams.
Yeah.
That's what's up. Yeah. Like, Capel, you don't like warm drinks and stuff, huh?
Not for the most part. Yeah,
you can put some ice in there.
Yeah. I mean, I'll drink hot chocolate. You know, I like the taste of it. It's just, you know, hot drinks. I don't. Yeah.
You don't like really like the feeling of warm stuff going down your throat or something like that or whatever.
What?
I mean, the answer is no, I don't. You know, it's just like, I know like a lot of people drink those things, like that, you know, it's a winter treat. It helps warm you up. Plus it tastes good. They don't really do much for me. Yeah, they really do much for me. That's what's up. But I like the taste. I mean, it tastes real good. Like the you know, at like the
you
apple
talking
cider.
about cocoa still?
That's what I've been talking about the whole time. What you talking
See,
about?
we can't even end.
Yeah, go ahead. What you talking about? Go ahead.
Just childish.
I want to know what your experience is, David. What you talking about?
I don't have no experience. I don't drink cold drinks or whatever.
Okay, I'm just.
Gina and Damien been holding that in since you said Pipe Dreams. Your movie was Pipe Dreams. He didn't want to say nothing about that one, so he had to bring this cocoa in here.
Well, when I first heard the name of the movie before we even started filming it a couple of years ago, I was like, why is it porn? Why is it Pipe Dreams?
You don't know what a pipe dream is?
It was like, no.
Yeah,
well, yeah, but of course that's not the first thing people think of these days.
Right.
For real?
Play on
actual saying pipe dream.
Come on, Damien.
Nah, when she said pipe, I thought it was a pipe dream. I wasn't thinking that's crazy. Where y'all mind at?
You didn't turn hot cocoa into something else, and we over here just trying to get through the season.
Hot cocoa and asking why he don't like. You know what I'm saying?
You asked the question, was I still talking about cocoa? I'm still trying to figure out what else we could have been talking about. I'm waiting on you could have been
bro. You started the show off. You drink a cold coffee or whatnot.
I explained that though. I explained that. I did.
Okay. I'm just asking questions, man. That's all.
Okay, I appreciate it. You know, I'm always here to clarify. No problem.
Well. Thank you for listening to this episode of Acoustic Chef. We want you to like, follow, subscribe, tell all your friends about us,
listen,
all of that.
Watch the YouTube videos, listen on all platforms. It's for our analytics, guys. It's
exactly.
I know we said F it, but we need that. So stay on. Even when you're cleaning, press play and just let it run.
David. Leave it alone.
No, what I was about to say is I produced the show. That wasn't even gonna be a part of the show. I just said that to make y'all laugh or whatever. Oh. Like that's not even gonna be a part of the show.
Well, it might as well be because we're talking about it now.
Now you showing them what's behind the curtains. No, you don't.
Well, you produce the show. You need to let everybody else in on what we say and don't say and what's cut out. So now we talking about it.
All right. So thank you. Y'all have a good day.
Later.
All right. Till next time.